Hi, my name is Muhammad Ali, and my MB number 1803699F.
Hi, my name is Lee Kari. My MB number will be 1800480B.
Hi, my name is Lim Jung Han. My MB number is 1805813A, and together we are from the apartment
0504.
The element which impact my identity is age and religious identity, where I, as the oldest and my roommates in the apartment, I get to learn to get to know them and at the same time be a responsible and enjoyable brother to them. And as for my religion, as a Muslim, sharing the apartment with my roommates from different belief and different religion is something which I rarely get to experience. At the same time, I also learn to understand and respect them with regards to their beliefs. I am looking forward to spend time and have fun with them and to create bond together with them, and lastly to create a memorable friendship.
The elements of identity that will most likely impact my dorm stay with my fellow roommates is that my racial identity and my religious identity. First of all, my racial identity, being a Malay, I have to live with my fellow roommates which are Chinese, and I'm afraid that I will feel unincluded when they speak their own language, as I do not understand Chinese. And secondly, religious identity. Being a Muslim myself, I am unable to consume pork, so I'm afraid that one day when we eat together, they will have to bring pork to the table, and I feel that it's quite disrespectful, as they do not respect my beliefs. Besides that, I'm looking forward to interacting with my roommates. I hope that I'll be able to forge new friendships and able to get along well with them. I also hope that I can relate to them on a personal level so that we can get along very easily.
The identity that I think will impact most during the dorm stay would be my own ethnic identity. As a Chinese, I usually communicate Chinese with my family at home, which I'm very used to. However, during this dorm stay, I have two of my flatmates who are Malay, so I will need to converse in English with them so I'm able to interact with them during this period of dorm stay. Another identity of me would be my introvert personality. Staying and communicating with someone that I'm not familiar with would be a bit of a challenge for me. To what I'm looking forward to interacting with my flatmates, I hope I'll be able to communicate with them during these 5 days 4 nights and also understand them better. Not only that, as we are from the same course, we do see each other during lectures. So I hope during this dorm stay, we are able to interact with each other, forge friendships, and help each other when in need. Last but not least, I hope I can learn more from my flatmates with different ethnic groups so that I can learn the different norms and culture which I'm not fully aware of. So yeah.
The two elements of identity that I think will impact my stay here the most is my racial and my religious identity. So for my racial identity, right, because I am Chinese and I speak mostly Chinese at home to my parents, I think that this habit may have to be changed, especially when I am living in a room with different races, and in order to get along well with them, right, I think I should speak a common language so that we can get to know each other better. And secondly, I think my religious identity will impact this stay the most also, because I am a Buddhist and I don't eat beef, so I hope they will respect my dietary restrictions when we are dining together or when I ask them to help me buy food to eat together with them. I'm looking forward to mingling and talking with my group mates, with my apartment mates, because I usually don't really talk to them in class, and I hope that I think that this is a good opportunity to get to know them better and to make new friends as well.
The identity which is most different from my apartment mates is each of us has a different personality. Through this stay, I got to learn how each of us behave. Being me who always wake up early in the morning and see my apartment mates who hasn't wake up yet, I get to learn to adapt and understand their character. The identity which causes conflict is the way we keep our cleanliness level, as one of my roommates does not like the floor to be soaking wet. But some of us, when we use the toilets, we will tend to make the floor wet, especially after shower, but after that we try our best to make the floor dry. We manage by being understanding and forgiving to one another if we make any mistakes.
I would say my religious identity is the most different from the rest of my members. Although I'm Chinese, I'm more towards of a free thinker as my religion, and I've never really stayed with someone of a different religion. This dorm stay indeed made me understand more on other religions such as Buddhism and Muslim. During our dorm stay, we did not have any conflict among each other, but however, there was one part of time where we didn't really communicate well with each other as we spoke in our own mother tongue language, such as Chinese and Malay. But eventually, we managed to sort it out by realizing that we are not communicating much, so we decided to converse in English. That's it.
Some of the elements of identity which are different from other of my dorm mates are my personal identity and also my age identity. For personal identity, as a person myself, my personality is an extrovert, so I tend to be more outspoken and I try to also make friends with everyone. However, Taiyun is an introvert as he will most likely be in his room or outside, so it is hard for me to interact with him in the dorm. My age identity, as I'm turning 19 this year, my roommate Naufal is 23 this year, and our age gap is quite big. And I feel that some parts when we interact is hard to relate due to our age gap. However, thankfully there are no conflicts that arise from the dorm stay, and I'm thankful for that. Although previously I foresee that I will have communication issues due to race, as I am afraid that I will feel unincluded when they talk in their own language. I'm really thankful and grateful that it didn't happen at all, and we managed to interact well in our common language, which is English, with each other whenever we are in the dorm. So
the element of my identity that was the most different from all my other group apartment mates was my religious identity, because I was the only Buddhist here, whereas everybody else was either a free thinker or a Muslim. And the element of identity, the element of my identity that may have caused a small conflict between me and one of my apartment mates was actually my religious identity once again, because as I am a Buddhist, I'm not able to eat beef. However, one day Alif brought back some beef noodle soup, and I didn't know that it was beef noodle soup when he offered it to me. And then after that, I took a bite, and then he told me that it was beef noodle soup. And we had a small little argument about it, but other than that, we did not really argue really. And we managed it by Alif respecting my dietary restrictions, and then he will ask my opinion before he buy any food back or offer it to me. So that was it.
So my final thoughts is I learned how to be outgoing person, mix around with everyone, especially from different race and different religion, and also from different generations. According to me, I am 22 years old and they are younger than me. So, what's your thoughts?
For my final thoughts of this residential stay is that this was a quite interesting experience, as I will be able to stay with people that I didn't know at first, but afterwards I was able to meet new people on the same course from SIM. What do you think, Alif?
Oh, definitely, that's right. Also, what he said is I definitely am more open to new people now. I meet people from other class and I am able to mix around with them very well. So previously, I only mix around with people around my age and my social circle. Now I'm more adventurous to make friends with people out of my social circle and also out of my race. So now I have more friends of other races. I can also learn their culture and their beliefs. So it really makes my eye open being able to the people out there. So I feel like it's very good that I can mix around with them, so we can do things in the future together, right?
Yeah. And as for me, my final thought is that this experience was an eye-opening one, because I got to stay with people of a different racial identity as me. Because usually at home, when you stay with your parents, they are of the same racial identity as you, and then you don't really get to mix around with people of different racial identity. So I feel like this was a very eye-opening experiences, getting to know one another's differences, and then after that, trying to resolve any problems that arise from this situation. So I think that's about it for this residential stay, right guys?
Yes. But first I want to take a picture. So let's come together and take one. Alright?
Okay.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.